I think aluminum kind of found me when there was an initiative undertaken some years ago, about 10 years ago, to introduce an aluminum chapter in the Highway Bridge Design Code in Canada. They needed a fatigue expert, and there was no one working in that area for aluminum, so I was invited to work on that, and that was sort of the gateway into the aluminum for me. The big challenge when you're using friction stir welding in civil infrastructure, the way we design civil structures is we need codes because they're generally publicly owned structures. They need to be designed to meet certain standards, and the challenge with friction stir welding is that it's a rapidly evolving technology. So a design code gets renewed every 5 years, but every year there's new developments in friction stir welding and new improvements to the process. So I think the challenge for us is keeping the codes up to speed with the technology. I think the most exciting application for friction stir welding in civil infrastructure is with bridge decks. Bridge decks lend themselves well to friction stir welding because they have very long, straight welding joints that are needed, and that works very well with friction stir welding. I think there's been some great work done in the past in aluminum structures, and I think the challenge is making sure that as time goes by, young engineers and young professors and experts are being sort of trained to pass the knowledge on. Most of the information we get on friction stir welding right now is from research papers, and that's because it's such a rapidly changing and developing field. So there's not really, to my knowledge, a textbook on friction stir welding. The conference here has been a great opportunity to interact with the experts from around the world in this area, and it's a nice small event where it's just the people who are most passionate and interested in friction stir welding, and some very famous researchers who've done the groundbreaking work in that area, and they're all here. So it's a great chance for us to meet them and interact with them and let them know what we're doing. The civil infrastructure sector represents an exciting opportunity for aluminum because of the challenges it's facing right now. So we all live in cities where we can see that our bridges are crumbling and our infrastructure is aging faster than it can be repaired. And so the kind of things I'm teaching my students right now in classes is that the ideas we had in the past about material selection for civil engineering need to change, and we need to look in sort of fresh ways at using the best material for the application. It's good corrosion performance and also the versatility that comes from the extrudability of the material. You can do a lot of really exciting things with aluminum you can't do with other materials. Civil engineers are sometimes nervous about using it because for them it's a new material, and so a lot of our work in the code committees has been about changing the code provisions so that it looks more familiar. So we make the design look more like the way we design steel structures, so then they're not as nervous about using it.